Hey, and welcome to Dr. G Speaks. I am Dr. Kristen Guillory, and I am so very excited to help you experience a life of freedom, faith, and fun you may not even realize is possible. Listen, I know you feel held back, I know you feel stuck, and I know you are hiding. As a coach and the author of Look, Stop Hiding, How to Find Your Voice and Never Dim Your Light Again, you will get to listen to some amazing stories, receive some homework, that's the professor in me, and get some tools to help you live the life you deserve. It's time to quiet the noise and walk in the fullness of who God created you to be. It's time to stop hiding and start thriving. Together, we'll uncover your potential and ignite your journey to a fulfilling life, a life of freedom. Hey, and what up, what up? This week is part 2 of the beautiful, raw, and transparent conversation that I had with Jay Robinson around value, worth, dating, and so much more. Take a listen. What is the date of your talk?
It's the 26th, April the 26th, so literally 2 weeks from today.
Okay, April 26th. So here is what, and we still have time. We're still going to chat a little bit more. What I want to do for your next session, I actually want to go on and schedule it for next Saturday. So you can have a week to do this stuff. So for our last 10 minutes or so, what questions do you have for me? What do you want to share?
I don't have any I don't think I have any questions. Per usual, you always give more than what's expected, and I never know what to expect, and I know what not to expect, and I still just
Mhm.
but I love that about my experiences with you. I don't really have words, which is interesting for me because I always have words. I came into this thinking like, I know I want to talk about my talk and like that's gonna be my focus 'cause my talk's in a couple of weeks and I did not expect all of this, but it definitely is needed. In the grand scheme of things, it is gonna help things to be better because I've always believed in fully showing up as myself, like whatever. Well, not always, for the most part, like doing these type of things. And there are a couple of things in my life that I know I do well. And when it comes to those things, I'm going to just like go all in, like without hesitation, because I know I do those things well. Music and singing is one of them. And the other one is mental health. Like I can talk about mental health all day long because that's what I love. But this was different. Whew.
What song would you add to this? What song is coming to your mind?
What song is really in my mind? Silly. It is the silliest thing in the world, but T.I. has this song called "No Mediocre," and that is what is coming to my brain, like, not living in mediocrity. Don't be the 7. That is so weird and random that that's the song that came up, but
I want you to add that to your life, no mediocre life, and consider adding it as a final element of your talk. Tell you how that fits so beautifully in the talk. So remember we were going through the talk outline, powerful opening, I recognize statement, then your story. We talked about your story. The fourth part of the talk framework are your tips. What are the tips? It's going to be the I choose. It's going to be the I feel this, right? We talked about that. That goes in there. And it's not necessarily tips, it's tools. You're giving them tools. You're giving them framing things. So not living a mediocre life means I get to choose, right? So that part is we're going to let them really do the work. Part 5 is the brief closing. What is brief closing? Brief closing is thank you so much for having me. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you all for being here. In a moment, we're going to have a Q&A. I'm going to hang out if y'all have questions. Then the final part is the powerful closing, which I would love for you to quote the T.I. song. I'd love for you to say that. At the end of that conversation, I'm telling you all about, I was asked a question, what song is coming up? And for me, it was No Mediocre. And I want to read 3 lines from that song. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not the 7. And y'all are not the 7 because God has called us and God has called you, and you have the right to choose. Thank you all for having me. All right, y'all. Got about 10 minutes for questions. What you got? That's your talk.
That's really powerful. Yeah, I don't know what made me do my face before I got on this call with you.
Wait,
I don't
say that
know.
again. What did you say?
I don't know what made me make up my face while I got on this call with you. I don't know what caused me to do that.
That somebody said to me at one of my events, and this is a woman I didn't know yet. She came up and she said, Dr. Ewing, you need to come up with your own line of mascara. I said, I don't need my own line. There's waterproof mascara out there already. She said, no,
And it was
we need
Dr. G Free.
stronger. That's what they said. One woman said, I don't know why I put on lashes. Do you see my lash hanging off my face? I don't know why. And that's okay. It's tears are healing. Tears are cathartic. Tears, as I once heard somebody say, tears are prayers that we don't know how to put into words. Tears are a release. I am great. God has given, and even deeper than that, where He allows me to see in people things that they haven't brought out yet. Like that's the thing. You're like, "What? This is not the way I thought this call was gonna go," but it's the way that it needed to go because it was for you. That God loves you enough to use a strange strategy of you being friends, close friends with Christy. Christy encouraging you to come to some of my things. You come into the 5 day and then be like, all right, I'm gonna do this one-on-one in faith, coming the day after this hard day you had yesterday, talking about this today, and the strange strategy of we would not have gotten to this if we weren't working on a talk for singles. Like literally, there's a pastor once said, God he'll zigzag you to your destiny. He's not going to go A to B to C to D. He's going to go A to M, back to B to W, all that, but it was all strategic. And I appreciate when God does things like that because there literally is nothing that you or I could have done to have orchestrated this moment happening like this. All the pieces that needed to happen for this moment right here. That's Him saying, I see you. I know. I'm working. Trust me. So I'm saying, I see you. Those tears that are falling are a combination of gratitude, of a little fear, of I thought I was forgotten and you didn't forget me. I want to be wanted. And He's saying, I want you. I need you to let me have you. I can't force you. I can't force you. I'm here. I've been here. You've been mad at me, and that's okay. I can handle it. I can handle your anger. Tell me about the smile that's on your face.
I'm real churchy for real because I was, raised by poverty for Christ. And that was something we say, wasn't something we say to people sometimes, like, you hear God for real. As I literally, last night, I was driving, I was going to go hang out with some of my friends, and I literally said, I'm just angry at you right now. Like, I'm done. That's what the smile was. And like, it's always very humbling to me when I have these what I call God moments. Yeah, it's very humbling for me. But that's what the smile was like. Yep, you own it because that showed what I said. Just last night, I am mad at you. I am done. I am over this. So I'm doing everything for everybody, and I'm still here hurt.
And I'm still here hurting. And God said, bet. I hear you. And I see you. And I know. And I'm working. All your work is not in vain. I'm hearing, He's like, I need you healed enough to receive what I'm bringing to you. He's like, I need you healed. I don't know what the bringing to you is, but it's like, I need you healed so you can receive it fully, completely. Be ready for it. And I don't know if the it is a job, a vacation, money, partner. I don't know what the it is, but He's like, I need you healed enough. I need you to know that there's space for you. I need you to know that you are seen. I need you to know that you don't have to hide. Because all these great things that I have for you, you would sabotage them. Ooh, it's too good. I don't deserve this. So let me sabotage it. Because you've sabotaged good things before because you didn't think you deserved them.
Yeah.
That's okay. You did that out of protection. You did that from fear. You did that from so many things that you didn't allow yourself to process and work through, work on, because you had to put it to the side to go be savior for everybody else.
All of that is very true. And, like, even the stuff you said earlier about the family and all this stuff, like, my mom had no big deal. My mom had carpal tunnel surgery last Friday. She's right-handed, she had it on her right hand. My mom is 76, and she's probably the most active 76-year-old in the world because she just do everything, but because she's recovering, I've been having to take on some of the things that she would normally do, and it just had me in this headspace of, like, "Oh, hey, if something happened to her for real, like, what am I" like, facing all of that, and then, like, a couple of days later, taking my other dad to the doctor, and he's probably gonna have to start dialysis in the next 6 to 8 months, and I was just kinda, like, doing, but I wasn't really processing all these things, and yesterday in my actual therapy session, it dawned on me, like, "Okay, that part of what's wrong with you is because you are upset about what's going on with your parents." I mean, I jokingly say, I have 50% of the parents that I started off with because I was raised with 4 parents and I only have 2. And it's like, okay, well then, I mean, if something happened to them too, then what? So all of the above is true. It is.
And that's hard. And that's hard. It's when your mind goes there, what else if something happens? God, I'm sure it'll be hard and you'll show me, and we're not there. So be mindful of the and not to catastrophize. And, okay. And not dismissing how you feel. Like, this is hard. And my other dad is like, God, this is hard. And I'm trying to be grateful, but today's just hard. So, God, I need you because today's hard. I can't find gratitude in the moment. Today's hard. So, here's your homework.
Because I knew it was coming because, again, I know how you function.
Your homework is when we hang up, I need you to go for a walk. You got to let this process through the body. You got to move it around. I need you to go for a walk, either listening to praise and worship, an instrumental, or nothing. You know yourself. But when we hang up, I don't want you to immediately go for a walk. I just want you to sit for a moment and breathe and pray and just sit in. God, what the easy was that? Thank you. What? Just sit and breathe and go for a walk. The walk needs to be at least 15 minutes. Go for a walk. Because a lot, again, equivalent to running a marathon, equivalent to having like 4 back-to-back really strenuous strength training sessions, or you'll be sore. The next thing I want you to do later today is call someone you trust. And I'm just saying her name because I know her, even if it's calling Christy, and just saying, friend, who have you connected me to? And she's going to say, sis, I know and I told you. Just let her. And it may be her because she's experienced, she's part of the fam as well. And just to talk and say, do you have 30 minutes? This is what happened. Because she'll affirm you. I'm so glad. That's been a prayer of mine. That's been, right, all that, all that. And then I don't really want you doing any work the rest of today. I don't. You need today to go take yourself to a restaurant, go celebrate this. I wanted you to celebrate. You didn't reject any of it. You partly, for a millisecond, wanted to reject that you're not an 8.75. And you were like, then what? It's not that. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Your face looks different. That
Really?
smile you just smiled, I've never seen that. Yep. There's a peace that you have. There's a lightness that you have on your face. When you watch this recording and watch you when you were in the car compared to when you got in there to now, you're beautiful always. It's not about that. You look like 10 years younger. There's a light.
Yeah, I feel lighter.
I'm so excited for you. You are in the process of releasing 30 plus years of stuff on your shoulders. You literally have transformed. The older homework for you is don't let this stop here. Like literally, okay, God, show me what to do next. Is it I need to continue? I need to start praying differently. I need to do affirmations. I need to take my own advice and make sure I'm being truthful with my community. I'm going to re listen to this through a different lens now just to hear me and have empathy for you. Don't listen to you and judge you. Don't do that. Listen to you and say, I'm grateful for her because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. Although she didn't care for herself, she still strived and survived. So imagine this. I've said it at different events with specifically when it's Black women. And I'll say to the room, I'll say, ladies, most of you are working at about 30% of self care. Like you're working at 30% capacity. Y'all are doing all these amazing things, really working on 30% of a full tank, sometimes quarter, sometimes on fumes. Also, y'all are not showing up fully in the gift as well due to all the things. I don't want to be too much and be too this. And so imagine this. You, Jay, you have been operating at about 5% in your tank most of the time on fumes. Let's just call it what it is. And in terms of showing your gifts all around, you've only been showing them at about 15%. And you've been able to do what you've done. Imagine you with a quarter tank. I'm not even talking about full yet. I'm not even talking about full. Imagine you at a quarter tank. Imagine you also sharing you in a more authentic way. You first are going to feel free. Oh my gosh, I was able to do this and I have some capacity and I'm showing up as me. And then imagine that tank gets to 30%. What? Yeah. So God, show me how can I embody what it is I want to talk to these people about. I want to embody rest. I want to embody self-care. Jay, do you believe that I rest and I implement self-care? Do you believe that?
Oh, I know you do.
How do you know?
It is obvious that it is a priority for you. Like you make it your, how do I say this? You make it your priority, and it is apparent that it's a non-negotiable, if that makes sense.
Yes. I have a t-shirt that says my self-care is non-negotiable. How is it apparent? What's apparent about it?
If you talk to you for more than about 2 minutes, it's gonna come up in some shape, form, or fashion, and not in a braggadocious or in your face way, but you have integrated it so much into your life that it's naturally going to come up in the flow because that's how you have, I want to say, weaved it into your life.
You're correct. And what benefit is this non-negotiable self-care? How has it benefited me and then benefited the people I work with?
Well, I think from the outside looking in, you, which is crazy because my 14-year-old literally just told me this morning. Because you are taking the time to take the breaks and take care of you, you can be in the best version of you. So my 14-year-old, he came in the room this morning. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Mommy has maintenance, and you have to get breakfast in the kitchen." He was like, "Mommy, you the one who taught me that taking a break makes it easier for you to be able to do things well. You need a break."
Come on, son. When your child is reflecting back to you what you've taught him, one, that's a great reflection and great encouragement. And he's like, well, wait a minute. How you not doing what you tell me? That's what I mean, embody. Let your son see you rest. It's so much more powerful for him to see you rest rather than you talk about it. Let him see you. My nephews know I love the water and beach, and we were talking about a house. I'm like, this dream house of mine. I want to get this and this. I was asking my oldest nephew, tell me about the house. Where do you think? And he said, oh, you're going to be by water. I know you're going to be by water. And I said, tell me about my backyard. He said, he was holding a bottle. He was like, it's not going to be a backyard. Your backyard is going to be the ocean. And you don't want to be around a lot of people. And that's not just stuff I've said. He knows that. He knows. And all of them, oh, it's too many people. Mm-mm. She's going to say, nope, let's turn around. They know. And you want to reflect that. Like you want to reflect it for yourself, but also your children. That's such a beautiful thing your son reflected back to you. And so all that you said about me, of course, I asked you those questions for a reason. It wasn't about me. It was
I
for
know.
you. Yeah, it was for you. The rest doesn't have to look like mine, but I'm able to do this. because, yes, the anointing, yes, because the oil, yes, and because of my rest. I would not be able to do this if I didn't rest the way I rest. I wouldn't be able to see things that you hadn't said. Said you were angry and you said it last night. I wouldn't be able to do this because I wouldn't be present. I'd be all different ways because I'm not rested. After this call, I have another brief call because I have an engagement. And then after that, I'm walking to Walgreens to go get me a few things. And then after that, I'm taking a chair and going to sit on the beach for like 3 hours. And then I'm going to do my 10,000 steps today. And then I have some strength training routine I'm going to do. And you're right, it is threaded in. Yeah, I do thread it in. It's very intentional.
I think that's the part, like, making it intentional instead of an afterthought. Because I think in my head it's, "Okay, yeah, I will do this when I get time," or, "I need to do da 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 da." And even though I teach people the airplane theory, I say it at least twice a week. I teach the airplane theory.
And that's
But
okay. I was there too. I was there too, leading self care talks and trainings and not implementing it myself. The thing is, there's always time to find, even if it's 60 seconds, let me breathe. I'm going to share this with you just as an example of what you can do for you in your own way. Because I knew the next couple weeks were going to be pretty busy. I knew that. I knew that like last week, I did 3 different things in Arkansas. It was back to back to back. I knew that. I knew I was going to be on auntie duty. So here's what I did. I already knew, yeah, I'm gonna be tired after that engagement. I'm gonna be tired after that. Great. I'm gonna schedule me time to go to Florida to be on the beach for 2 weeks because I know that, and in the midst, I can show you my calendar. My schedule is very full this week and intentionally Wednesday, I have no meetings on that day intentionally. My days with meetings, there may be 3 in the morning. I may have a 6-hour break because I'm cool doing it at night as well. Like it's very intentional. It is, I ordered groceries because I am eating clean. Like processed food does not do good in my body. And so I ordered food in my little kitchen here. I ordered some water. So I have no excuse. I have no excuse. Like I can eat clean, I can drink my water, I can go walk here, and it is intentional. Like it literally is. And the other intention, I'm gonna give you this. I talked to a friend the other day who reached out to me and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm good. Nephews are here. Great stuff." And I was convicted when I sent that text because God said, "He asked you how you were doing. Tell him the truth." And I was like, "But I am good." And he's going through this really hard thing. I don't want to add extra on his plate. Gosh. And I was convicted. And I said, "Okay, so I was just convicted. I need to share this with you. I didn't really want to tell you because you're dealing with all that heaviness. A week ago on these days, those are kind of some heavy days for me. My sleep hasn't been the greatest over these last couple days. And I'm letting you know, would you please pray?" And I'm like, I don't want to tell. And the text I got back immediately said, "Thank you for sharing. Let me pray now." And he prayed for me. And it's one of those people do want to support, but sometimes we have to tell them. We have to answer. Because I know when any friend of mine asks me how I'm doing, and I know this about my friend. Now I have 4 close, very close friends. And that's not including my mom and other people. When they ask me how I'm doing, they're not saying how you doing for a fine. They really mean how you doing, friend. And when I respond and say, "You know what? I'm good." But a friend of mine responded to me last night. I said, "Hey, how are you?" He said, "These allergies are kicking my tail and overall I'm good." Previously, he might have said, "I'm great." So it's, we have to also, hey, I know you have so much going on and yesterday was rough. And what's interesting is sometimes, as I've said to people, we don't need to make decisions for grown-ups. Grown people can make their own decisions. And sometimes being able to encourage somebody else helps in the moment because my friend's going through this hard situation. They know the situation is hard. They know what's going on. So a moment to offer some encouragement or a prayer to their friend who they know does so much for so many people is almost like a gift. Because what do you give the person who gives so much, right? What do you give the person who, okay, I can help them? I've experienced people like almost leaping in joy when I've reached out for help because it's like, you know so much, you do so much for so many people. I can do this for you. Jay, let the people in your life do that for you. You don't ask for a lot. You don't. You don't really ever ask for anything. Ask for something. Before the event I hosted in November, I felt the enemy attacking me. And I reached out to about 6 people. Hey, I need you to pray. Let me tell you, within 10 minutes, every person responded. It might have been 9 people, every person. And not just I'm on it. 2 people sent me audio prayers. 2 people typed out prayers. I mean, every person, because it was, if she is asking for this prayer, we know it's serious in this way. And boom, Jay, give the people in your life the opportunity to pour into you. So when you talk to Christy today, give her permission again to pour into you. Be courageous. I was uncomfortable, as I just said the last week, with, oh, I don't want to tell you. I was convicted. I don't want to. All right, here we go. Let them carry it. Let them carry it. Let me hear you say, I will do my best to let them carry it.
I will do my best to let them carry it. Oh, that was hard to say.
Say it again.
I will do my best to let them carry it.
Your affirmation for the week. I will do my best to let them carry it. Thank you so much for listening to the Dr. G Speaks podcast. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.